which is the very means of goddess of learning, and unto Śrī Vyasadeva, the author of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. By regular attendance in the classes on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and by rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Kuruve Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Dear Vaishnavas, thank you again for joining. We are reading Granth-raj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 5, entitled The Demigod's Appeal to Lord Vishnu for Protection. So, we were reading the prayers of Lord Brahma along with all the other demigods. And in particular, we are reading the section of Virata Rupa, the universal form of the Lord. So, some people find it hard to understand, oh, Krishna, two-handed form, not a big deal. What's a big deal? I have two hands, he has two hands. No big deal. Some people feel that, this is, God should be something big. So for them, this is the Virat Rupa, that the sun is the eye, the fire is the mouth, etc. We're reading. So let's continue with the next verse, text number 37. Pranad abhudyasya chara charanam prana saho balam ojasascha vayuhu anvasmasmrajam ivanugavayam prasidatam maha Samaha Vibhutihi. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. All living entities, moving and non-moving, receive their vital force, their bodily strength, and their lives from the air. All of us follow the air for our vital force, exactly as servants follow an emperor. The vital force of air is generated from the original vital force of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. May that Supreme Lord be pleased with us. So, Prasiditam Maha Sa Maha Vibhuti. So that's kind of repeated. The last line, if you observe, in the last few verses is repeated from text number 32 onwards. The last line is same. Prasiditam Maha Na Sa Maha Vibhuti. It's exactly the same, word to word. So may the Lord be pleased with us. So who is speaking this? Demigods are speaking this. So we can also chant this. May the Lord be pleased with us. And may the Lord be pleased with everyone. Whatever little insignificant devotional service we are trying to render, may the Lord be pleased with us. In this particular verse, the demigods are talking about prana. Prana. In one, King Kulashekar Alvar says this, Prana prayana samaye kafavata vittai kantavarodana vidhav smaranan kutasti. That when the prana is about to leave, how will I remember Krishna? Also, oh my dear Krishna, please come in my memory. Krishna tvadiya padapankaja panjarantam. I engage my mind in the chambers of your lotus feet. Because when my prana will be about, when it will be filled of kapha, vata, pitta, adi, so many problems, then the prana is no more. Prana, apan, viran, saman, the 5 kinds of air. So basically, the prana, the vital force, is representing here the air. We also say pranayam, right? In yoga asana, there is pranayam to to enhance that vital force. So when that vital force is gone, the body is pretty much dead, the life air. So the story of Hanuman also, how Vayudev, when he got angry, he stopped the air, and the whole world was in a state of devastation. So we should be very, very grateful. Then the Lord be pleased with us, and not take air we breathe for granted, not take the sun and the moon for granted. Nowadays they're selling air in oxygen cans because we are polluting the air so much. So we should be conscious that this is the universal form of the Lord. Any other comments, any additions, questions? Okay, Mishra, you have raised your hand. I guess you want to read, so please.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to everyone. Text 38. Shrotrada disho yasya radaschathani prajat nire kham purushasya nadhyaha pranendriyatma sushari raketa prasidatam naha sa mahavibhuti. Translation by Divine Guest A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. May the supremely powerful personality of the Godhead be pleased with us. The different directions are generated from his ears. The wholes of the body come from his heart. And the vital force, the senses, the mind, the air within the body, and the ether, which is the shelter of the body, come from his navel. So here the same thing. We just saw the previous verse that how the vital force of earth is generated it's come from the original supreme personality of the Godhead. Similarly here, Prabhupada is writing here that ears come from the different direction, supreme personality of Godhead's ears. Different directions come from these ears, and the whole of the body come from his heart. And the most importantly, that senses, mind, air, and the ether of the body comes from his navel. And in Bhagavad Gita also, Kṛṣṇa says that Bhumi rapo nalayo vayo tham anubuddhire vacha ahankar itiyam me bhinna prakriti rashtita, which is like earth, water, fire, and air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. All this together is Supreme Lord's separated material energies. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Back to you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. How many holes the body has?
9.
9. Very nice. And what are those 9 holes in your nose?
2 eyes, 2 ears, mouth, genitals, anus, and nose.
Thank you. So Bhagavad Gita mentions that the body is referred to as city of 9 gates. So these are the gates, the holes of the body. So in short, everything, the ears emanating different directions, heart, the holes, the navel, the ether in the senses, mind within the body. Okay, let's continue. Would someone like to read next verse? It was not read this week. Yes, Moksha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Balan Balan Mahendrastri Desha Prasadan Mayur Griso Dishanad Viricha Kebhyastu Chandme Rasayo Mahendra Kaha Prasidatam na Saha Mahavibhutihi. Mahendra, the king of heaven, was generated from the prowess of the Lord. The demigods were generated from the mercy of the Lord. Lord Shiva was generated from the anger of the Lord, and Lord Brahma from the sober intelligence. The Vedic mantras were generated from the bodily wholes of the Lord, and the great saints and Prajapatis were generated from his genitals. May that supremely powerful Lord be pleased with us. So here, the supremacy or the greatness of the Lord is described by the means of that the personalities we think are great, like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, are also some kind of a part and parcel of the Lord. So here uh, it is tried to make that Lord, the supreme personality of Godhead, to it is requested to him that may Lord be pleased with us, because we are really very fallen, and whatever activities we'll do to please him will always be insignificant insignificant and full of mistakes. So we can only pray to Lord that, oh Lord, we are trying, but please be pleased with us. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you. So all the source of all the demigods is also the supreme personality of Godhead. And here we see how the different parts of the Lord's limbs are different demigods represent that. So we can certainly learn this line, at least the last line. It's repeated in almost 12 verses. All the verses from 32 onwards. Prasiditam na sa mahavibhuti. Prasiditam na. Upon us, prasann. Prasann, this word we have heard. Prasannatma, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. So prasiditam. Upon us. Who should be pleased upon us? Our neighbor. In the material world, we are trying to please everyone. And we end up pleasing no one. But if we try to please Krishna, he's very easy to please. We can't please anyone. In the material world, if you try to please everyone, it's a formula for misery. But if we just please Yasmin Tushta Jagat Tushta, and pleasing Krishna is very, very easy. We discussed that in the story of Prahlad Maharaj, I believe. That one who is very, very easy to be pleased. We discussed in the story of Tulsi Maharani also. Just Tulasi Dala Matrina Jalasya Chulukinava Vikrinite Swam Atmanam Bhaktebhyo Bhaktavatsam. That he is so easy to please. Just give some water, some tulsi leaves, and he's pleased. What to speak of giving physically? Even if one does not have physically due to whatever reason, even if one gives in one's mind, Krishna is pleased. In the material world, let's say your friend or son or daughter or husband or wife, or if you say, oh my dear wife, or oh my dear husband, or my dear son, I'm giving you this new gift, a new necklace or a new bike or a new this or a new that, but it's in my mind. In my mind, I'm giving you a very nice, precious thing which you wanted, and I can't afford it, but I'm giving you in my mind, please accept it. What will that person say? They'll get more angry. Whether you're giving this in my mind, forget it. But Krishna, even if we give in our mind, Krishna will be very, very happy. What to speak of, we even give physically some tulasi, some water. So he's very easy to be pleased. Prasiditha. May he be pleased. So, Mahavibhutim. Vibhuti is opulence or extraordinary power. So he is the one who has the most extraordinary power, Mahavibhutim, referring to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Prasiditam na sa Mahavibhutim. So everyone has learned this, the last line at least, because it's coming in almost 13 verses here. That shows it's important, right? Why will the demigods and headed by Brahma repeat it? So we can chant this, Prasiditam na who? Sa, that person, Mahavibhutim. Prasiditam na sa Mahavibhutim. Raise your hand if you can say this without seeing anything. Say in your mind 2-3 times, it will get clear. May the Lord be pleased upon us who, sa, that person who is Mahavibhutim. Prasiditam na sa Mahavibhuti. So pleasing Krishna, very, very easy. Pleasing anyone else in the material world, very, very difficult. Even with the best of intentions, it's very hard. And I'm sure we all have experiences of that. Okay, let's read next verse. Who would like to read? Yes, Sudhir Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandat Pranam, all praise to Srila Prabhupada. Text number 40. Shrir Vikasha Pitara Chaya Yasan Dharma Stanad Itra Prastatho Abhut Dhyayor Yasya Shrishno Apsaro So Viharat Prasidhatam na Samaha Vibhuti. So, the goddess of fortune was generated from his chest, the inhabitants of Pitraloka from his shadow, religion from his bosom, and irreligion, the opposite of religion, from his back. The heavenly planets were generated from the top of his head, and Apsaras from his sense enjoyment. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead be pleased with us. So Hare Krishna Prabhuji again here. So we can see the opulences of the Lord. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, comes from chest, and inhabitants of Pitraloka from his shadow, religion from his bosom, and irreligion also from his back. The heavenly planets, from the top of her head, and Apsaras from Lord's sense enjoyment. So a continuation with please explain. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Just want to correct myself. Maybe I said prasiditam. It's prasidatam. Prasidatam na sa Mahavibhuti. Prasidatam. Okay. So sometimes this question comes, hey, did Krishna create the bad also? Because here we see irreligion comes from his back. So absence of darkness, absence of sun or absence of light leads to darkness. So when we turn our back to Krishna, then we will see darkness. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Andhakar. Or when we turn our face away from the sun, we see the shadow. When we are facing the sun, then we don't see the shadow. So yes, Krishna is the cause of all causes. And the absence of Krishna will lead to darkness in life. Where there is Krishna, there is knowledge, light. So therefore we say, Om Astoma Satagamai. Tamasoma Jyotirgamai Mrityoma Amritam Gamai. From asat we go to sat. From mritya we go to amrit. From matter to spirit. From tamasoma jyotirgamaya, from darkness to light. So from irreligion to religion, from adharma to dharma, from focusing on the opposite to the focusing on the true. We're focusing on sense gratification to using senses in Krishna's service or self-realization. So may that Lord be pleased. Prasidatam na samaha vibhutihi. Okay, there's no purport, so we'll keep moving. Text number 41. Anyone wants to read? Any? Mataji's? No. It's not read. Yes.
Prabhuji, can I read?
Yeah, please read.
यस्य पूयं राजन्यासिद्भुजयोर्बलं च उर्वोर्विद अजो निग्रहे आवेदासु प्रसिद्धातां नास महाविभूते. Translation. The Brahmanas and Vedic knowledge come from the mouth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Kshatriyas and bodily strength come from his arms. The Vaishyas and their expert knowledge in productivity and wealth come from his thighs. And the Sudras, who are outside of Vedic knowledge, come from his feet. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is full in prowess, be pleased with us.
Thank you so much, Ashik, for reading. So this analogy is given multiple times, that the Brahmanas and the Vedic knowledge is like the face or the head. Then, because that's a decision-making power, right? Without the head, the Brahmanas are supposed to guide the society. So we need Brahmanas or Vaishnavas to guide. Arms are like Kshatriyas because arms represent strength. So to protect the society from the Shatrus, Kshatriya means Shatrayati Kshatriya, from the evil forces. So arms represents bodily strength. Then thighs or the Vaishyas represent the thigh, who are supposed to generate wealth and merchants, business, etc. And the feet, of course, they help all the others. So again, this is not some sectarian division. This is harmony. Can the head work without the feet? Can the feet work without the head? No. We need hands, we need legs, we need the head, we need the belly, we need the thighs to have a holistic society. So these different, Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarnam maya srishtam, these are created by the Supreme Lord. So the four varnas are shared here. And may that Lord be pleased. Any comments, questions? Okay, one last verse for today. Yes, Swati Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Dhanvat Pranam. Text 42. Labhodarat pretir upari abhudrutihir nashtaha prasavya sparsena Kamaha Bruhur-yama Pakshma-bhavastu Kalaha Prasiddhatam na sa Mahavibhutihi. Translation. Greed is generated from his lower lip, affection from his upper lip, bodily luster from his nose, animalistic lusty desires from his sense of touch, Yamaraj from his eyebrows, and eternal time from his eyelashes. May that Supreme Lord be pleased with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So very, very clear that how these different qualities of greed, affection, desires, the eyebrows represent Yamaraj. Eyelids represent time. When the time is over, eyelids are closed. Krishna in Damodar Leela gets angry and he does like this. Sometimes we're angry, we like bite our lower lip with the teeth. Like, I'll teach you a lesson. Acharyas give very nice purport. The lips are red. Krishna is red means passion. And white is goodness. So we can overcome the lower modes with the higher modes. We can overcome the passion with the goodness. Just thought of that in this connection. Okay, so as I shared before, and yesterday also, and today morning, I posted that we will do the Kahoot quiz. And I'm sure you all must be eager. Some of you are joining first time. That means that you need 2 gadgets. So either laptop or phone, or you need 2 screens. I don't know what setup you have, but you need 2 gadgets. So grab an extra phone from your husband, wife, somewhere. So make sure you have 2 gadgets. In one gadget, you're already signed up, like you're seeing me, you're seeing other devotees. So you'll be seeing the questions here and you will be answering on the other gadget. Okay, you don't need to download anything, any app or anything. You just have to go to this website, which is called kahoot.it. So go to this website and using your other phone or other gadget, whether it is iPad, iPhone, any tablet, whatever laptop you have, so use that. And I'm going to set this up for you very soon. If you have any questions, don't feel shy to ask. Everyone good? Everyone understanding the process?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Prabhuji, kahoot.it.
Yes. Okay, and then when you go to that, it will ask you for a game pin. So enter this game pin. That and it will ask you for a nickname or some name. You can put your name. Yes. So then basically you'll be connected. And as you're seeing my screen, the questions will come there, and the other gadget you have in your hands, there you will be clicking the answer through the colors, red, yellow, green, etc. Most of you know the process, and I see all of you are signing up. So I would like everyone to take part in this. So this quiz is for Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 1 and 2, the first 2 chapters of this canto. So Chapter 1 is about the Manus, and which sets the background for Gajendra's story. And in Chapter 2, Gajendra is caught by the crocodile, and that pastime is there. Is everyone following the process? Any questions? Is everyone able to sign in?
Prabhuji, it is not reachable, I guess, here.
What's the issue? kahoot.it. Do you see my screen? It's
yes,
right
Prabhuji,
here.
I guess I guess I need to download it because on site it is saying that it cannot be reached.
Try to use some different browser. Use Chrome or yeah. Sometimes Internet Explorer has
Google.
issues.
Okay.
I see only 11 people are joined in. So please connect so we can start this ASAP. Anyone else having issues? Number of people is going down. So if you're connected once, then don't change things. You're all set. And you must be seeing your name here. See, Gajendra has come, so we're talking about Gajendra. Is everyone done? Shall we start? Okay, we'll start in 30 seconds. Okay. Everyone got it? Prabir Prabhu, did you get it? Nandini Mataji is there. Kṛṣṇa, Varuna, Prabhu, Swati Mataji. Swati Mataji, I don't see your name. Okay, I do see your name. Sandhya Mataji, I don't see your name. Yes, okay. Okay, I guess most of you almost. Moksha Mataji, you got it?
Yes, Prabhuji, I got it.
Okay, so we'll start. All the best to everyone. Let's see who wins. The questions you will see here and answers you have to do in the other gadget you have. You have to answer correctly and quickly. There are points for answer correctly and quickly. Okay, so the timer is running on the middle left to answer before the timer runs out. Yeah, from the womb of Akuti, the Supreme Lord came as Yagyamurti. Which Manu was that? Anyone knows?
Swayambhuva.
And that was which number?
The first
1,
one.
2, 5? Yes, that was number 1. Awesome. Okay, number 2. Swayambhu Manu went to the forest with his wife to perform austerities, and he was chanting the mantras of what? What mantras was he chanting? Timer is running, but don't forget. There is no negative point, so answer something before the timer runs out. Say Upanishads. He was chanting the Upanishad mantras. Tricky questions. Okay, next. The Lord, accompanied by his sons, named Dash, killed the demons and Rakshasas who came to devour Swayambhu Manu. How many of you studied for this exam? Did anyone study? I'm just kidding.
Prabhuji, I did till 2 o'clock at night.
Oh, Kṛṣṇa. Wow. Don't worry. In Bhakti, the effort counts, so don't worry. Everyone will pass. There is no one going to fail in this exam. Till 2 o'clock you were studying. Wow, that's amazing. I wish I could develop that sincerity someday. So who wants to elaborate a little bit on that? What happened? What are we talking about here?
So, yeah, may I? Anybody else wants to go?
Yeah. Moksha Mataji, you studied till 2 p.m., 2 a.m. Let's say 2 a.m. in India she was studying. Can you imagine?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. That's all the mercy of Gurudev. Prabhuji, actually, I was a bit confused between what are the kalpas, but I got the point that there are Manus who are the parents of Manushyas, and in every there are 71 Manus in one day of Lord Brahma, and one Manu stays for one Chaturyuga, I guess. So
A little,
in one of
I'd like to just mention that there are 14 Manus in one day of Brahma,
the
and each of them stays for 71 Chaturyugas.
okay 71 Chaturyuga, yes. And the Yamas were, I guess, sons of in the age of Swambhu Manu or the second or third Manus, because only 3 or 4 Manus were described. It was so confusing. I thought to make a chart, but I was not willing to get up. So the Yamas were the sons of gods who were when Swambhu Manu. Oh, yes, I remember. When Swambhu Manu was doing austerities on his one leg, so the demons were really tempted to eat him up. So when they were running, the Yamas, the son of God, they ran to stop the Rakshasas and then defeat them.
Very
So
nice.
Yagyamurti, Akuti's son is Yagyamurti, and his sons are Yamas. And when he was doing tapasya, he saved.
Thank you, Mataji. And the chart you're referring, that's already was shared. So maybe you joined little later. You were not present in the canto, the chapter 1 reading, I believe. So
Ji
that's
Prabhuji.
all. Yes, so I can share that again if you feel
Thank
it's
you,
going to
Prabhuji.
help. Okay, I found it, I think. Okay, let me share this my screen. So yeah, you see this here? That's a chart. So Manu, Devtas, Manuputras, Suraishwara. So who was the Manu? Who was the Supreme Lord? Who was the Amsha Avatar? What was the main activity? So very nice description here. So answer is Yamas, okay?
Thank you so
Let's
much.
go. Thank you. Wow, Nandini Mataji studied like anything. Thank you. Okay. The son of Dash named Swarochisha became the second Manu. Who was the father? I just showed you the hint also. I don't know if anyone observed from there. So answer before this goes off, otherwise you don't get any points. Agni, yes. The father of Surochisha was Agni, the second Manu. Okay. Kashish Mataji also did a lot of study, I can see. That's very nice, actually. Okay, during the reign of Surochisha, the post of Indra was assumed by... Who was Indra? Indra was Rochana. Yes, most of you answered it nicely. Very nice. A few more questions. From Vibhu, Dash, other saintly persons took lessons on self-control, austerity, and similar behavior. Very nice. Who would like to elaborate what's being discussed here? Anyone?
Drida Vratas. They were Drida Vratas, and Vibhu taught them. Please add.
Thank you. Yes, Kashish Mataji, you want to add something?
See, Prabhuji, they followed the Vrata of Brahmacharya also. Those 88,000. Although I gave wrong answer.
You gave wrong answer, but you know the right answer.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. In Bhakti, Krishna sees the heart, so don't worry even if you click the wrong answer. So Krishna is very merciful. Thank you. Jyoti Mataji is climbing up. Gajendra is at 5th spot. Third Manu. Who was the third Manu? No. See, there is diversity in this. Who answered wrong. It's interesting. Which shows that Hanuman Praman is not the right Praman. Right? We can't guess correctly. Even wrong, we can't guess correctly. So everyone guessing different. So Uttama, who was his father? Anyone knows that? Priyavrata. Yes. And who is this Uttanpada?
His son.
His brother. His brother.
The brother of Uttama.
And Priyavrata's son.
Thank you. Wow, Nandini Mataji is way ahead, leading. Okay, next. In Dash Manvantara, the Supreme Lord Vishnu was known as Hari. So what was that Manvantara? Tamasa, yes, that's the fourth Manvantara, where Lord Vishnu appeared as Hari. Very nice. Here comes Umesh Prabhu in the leaderboard, climbing up the ladder. The Lord as Hari saved his devotee, the king of the elephants, from the mouth of crocodile. Whom did Lord save? Kavalyapida, Gajapati, Airavat, or Gajendra? Oh, looks like some were in too hurry to answer the question. So Gaja, as soon as they say Gaja, they answer.
Mine was got wrong there, Prabhu.
I know, these are tricky. You have to answer correctly and quickly. I think that's it. Okay, next question. The mountain Trikuta is surrounded by which ocean? Milk, juice, water, sugarcane? What's that ocean that surrounding Trikuta ocean, Trikuta mountain? It's ocean of milk. Yes. Mish Prabhu, you're climbing up like Trikuta, highest climber. You climb 3 places, but still you're not in the scoreboard, so you need to climb more. In the valley of Trikuta mountain, there was a garden called Ritumat, which belonged to whom? Whom did that Ritumat garden belong to? Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni. It belonged to Varuna. Yes. Okay. Very nice. Next question. Simply by catching the scent of Gajendra, the elephant dash fled in fear. Who were fledding? There's a word fledding here. All of the above. Yes, not just tigers, but lions and everyone. Used to run in fear. Gajendra has come. Bhago, Bhago. Elephant Gajendra, while talking with his fellow elephants, was perspiring and ash dripped from his mouth. What was dripping from his mouth? Liquor, yeah. Madon matta napashyati. Yes. Last 3 questions. Question 14. We have only 16 questions. So strong crocodile was angry with Gajendra and attacked his wife, his mother, his father, his trunk, tail, leg, tail. Wow. That you answered nicely. Really great. Second last question. The elephant and the crocodile fought in water for how many days or years? 1 year, 2 years, 100 years, 1,000 or 100,000? 1,000, not 10,000. 1,000 years they fought. Wow, Mishru, you're really climbing Trikuta. You can make up in the top 3. Let's see if you can reach the peak of Trikuta. Okay. The elephant, finally feeling weak and helpless, took the decision of what decision he took? Call his family, call the tigers, call lions, or seek shelter of the Supreme Lord. Yes, that's the final decision he took after 1,000 years. Better late than never. Let's see the podium. Swati Mataji, 3rd spot. Haribo. You have Kashish Mataji at 2nd spot. Haribo. We have Nandini Mataji at 1st spot. That's awesome. So, good job to everyone who participated, and all the winners and the runner-ups, and all who thought in the heart correct answer but didn't answer correctly. That's fine. Krishna sees our intention. So it's interesting that all the Matajis are in the top like 5 places, I believe. Which also shows, and Prabhupada just mentioned that actually women are more intelligent. And they are more sincere and serious towards studying Shastras. And then, I can't imagine all of you studying so nicely, and I wish I could also become like that someday, taking it seriously and studying very hard. Prabhupada's book, Prabhupada will be so happy that we are studying his book seriously and sincerely. So congratulations to everyone for participating and your enthusiasm and for studying nicely. So just in a few days, maybe on Friday, we will have for 3rd and 4th chapter also, since you have already completed that. So we'll have on Friday, we'll plan for that. Anything before we stop? Did everyone like this?
Yes, Prabhuji, we enjoyed it.
Yes, thank you. Bhakti is fun. Okay, I'll not take a lot of your time. It's already 8:50 here, so we will pause. Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura ki jai.
Jai.
Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.